Special branch. He doesn't trust any of you foreigners now.
Foreigners? Me? 30 years I've had this good Irish name. Even the missus calls me Paddy.
Yeah, you try to come through Heathrow Airport on a green passport and I'll nick you, so help me.
That's better. That's my old Ben. Hey, Ben, Commander Ash, where's he going when he retires, eh?
Maybe he'll find somewhere.
So, you've got nowhere to go?
Anywhere there's a berth. That's not easy now.
No?
Yeah, too many British ships laid up. I don't reckon working for the Greeks or the Arabs. Even so, these days, if you're a seaman and you want a ship, that's who you have to go to, the Greeks or the Arabs.
You got any family?
Not anymore. Not there's one to know me.
So there we are then, the three of us, all lined up, ready to move into this shop. And down the road comes this little blonde dolly bird of a WPC. She's not even off our manor. She recognises Billy Jones going into the shop, strolls in there, nicks him and his mate while they're rifling the cash.
But she pulls them in on her own?
All on her own. She got made up for it. Of course, you can imagine what our skipper said to us.
Yeah, I'll tell you what he said. Very good of you to give this young lady preference.
In those very words.
There's a man who could tell you all about it. All about what? What we were talking about, the Galveston Bay affair, the fellow who got drowned.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know him?
No.
Oh, he comes in here now and then. He was coroner's officer here for years. Angus, will you have a drink with us?
Aye.
See you at the bar. What are you going to have, Alan?
Light and bitter, please, John.
Evening, lads. Evening, John. Two light and bitters and a scotch, please.
Well, it is a bit, isn't it?
It certainly is. Well, they've all gone home, haven't they? Ta. Cheers. Cheers.
Ah. Well, not me. Who are you?
Oh, sorry, Angus. Alan Bruton.
How do you do? CID. That's right, Detective Sergeant.
You're not at the reunion, Angus.
Should I be?
What, 20 years on, survivor of the Galveston Bay affair?
If that's a joke, I don't much care for it.
Sorry.
Same again, is it? Aye. I was asked. Now, you know that.
Yes?
The man that asked me's a maudlin fool, or worse. And I think he's no fool.
So what is he?
Out for trouble.
Why?
What happened that night's best forgot. Now, who's being maudlin?
Well, I thought you nailed a team of hard villains, didn't you?
A price, laddie. Only the price was too high.
Water?
That's what you float ships in, eh, Angus? Water?
Oh, drowning.
You told him?
A little bit, but it was before my time. Oh, sorry, Joe. Let's take a pew, shall we?
I used to be coroner's officer, you know that?
Mm-hmm.
My trade was with the dead, but I've done with all that. I've no liking to paw over old bodies.
But you were saying before about the Galveston Bay, that the price was too high. Well, someday I might have to decide whether a price was too high.
So?
Well, so how am I going to know, unless someone like you tells me?
The DI at Dock Green in those days was Willie Ash. He's at the yard now. Commander.
He's packing it in. Retiring this month.
That's all. Willie Ash had been in the war like most of us had in those days. Willie'd been in the RAF. And he'd lived through 3 tours with 5 Group. You know what that means? 3 tours with Bomber Command. If you'd done that, man, you were immortal. And Willie Ash, as he was then, was a hard man.
So there's this big guy come down from Liverpool, see? Big fella, form as long as your arm, coloured. Now, this snout of mine has put us onto him where we can nick him. Trouble is, just as they pull the caper, there's a uniformed bloke on his way back to sign off. Sees what's going on, moves in and captures, guess who?
Not the snout.
You're right, George, the snout. And books him. It took us all night to convince this copper that the fella he should have nicked was a big coloured guy from Liverpool and not a 5'6", flat-footed paper seller from Bethnal Green. You're not laughing, Murray.
Making him laugh like the truth.
All right, well, I'll buy you a drink. You're on. I'll buy you a drink. That's all. We always have to do this to me.
George?
Yes, sir.
Have you remembered who she is yet?
No.
Could she have been here then?
Oh, I don't think so, sir.
Could you ask her?
I could, sir, yeah.
Or I could?
Yes, sir.
Come on, George. This is a celebration.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
Where he got the information? I never knew. Nobody knew.
Somebody close in at Small's, Mum?
I've always thought on the dock. Somebody in the Baltic dock.
What about the ship could be one of the crew?
Nah. She was just in from Peru.
So whoever it was gave Mr. Ash the word.
It was November. And it was raining. Trunky Small came down from Catford, mob-handed, and we were waiting for him. Ash was set up in the attic, over the Indiaman, where he could cover the dock gates. And then a man fell in the water.
A man?
One of ours, huh?
At the inquest, trying to save Ash's hide, you understand. The coroner said that maybe Detective Inspector Ash didn't know that one of his men was maybe drowning, that if he had known, he would have aborted the operation.
Well, I mean, he would have done, surely.
Sure, he would have aborted. And lit up the whole dock so that we could get the poor chap out. Left Trunky Small to take it in his toes back to Catford. But Mr. Ash didn't know. That's what the coroner told the jury. But I can tell you, laddie, he knew well enough. Because I told him.
You should stay in a bit.
I'm not sick, and I'm not an old woman.
We could drop him off at Commercial Road. They've got some hostels there. Good ones.
That'll do me fine.
That's what we'll do then.
Oh, before you do, I want a statement.
What for?
I came to fall in. We'd like to know.
You saw me.
Oh, no. Saw you on the lock. Heard you when you hit the water. I didn't see how.
I told you.
Yeah. Grabbed for a stanchion and it came adrift.
That's right.
Have you any identification?
He knows who I am.
Yeah, but I don't.
I'm Sam Platt, greaser, once a donkeyman.
Can I see your seaman's discharge book? What were you doing in Baltic Dock?
Are you a detective?
Yes.
What is it with you fellas?
Known us before, have you? Us fellas?
Wouldn't be down here if I hadn't.
Oh, you've been in trouble then?
Yeah.
When?
It's a long time ago.
You got any form?
No.
You said just now that you wouldn't be here if it hadn't been for what?
What I'm saying is I'd never have gone to sea. I'd likely have had